Now, when we talk about the rhythm style of a slow blues, there's also some very cliche guitaristic riffs that you gotta know. So this next example is a slow blues in G, and it demonstrates some of those concepts. So I'll play it for you first, and then we'll break it down. So that kind of rhythm playing is very common. You might hear it in a song called Stormy Monday. You know, that's by T-Bone Walker, but a famous version is the Allman Brothers, you know, and they definitely play that riff in there. And it's just immediately, I just sort of transcend to another world of just slow blues playing, you know. So you want to know these things, because when you play these riffs, you're going to sound authentic. Other people are going to hear it. It's going to be sounds that they've heard on recordings and whatnot. So you might notice that I'm using my thumb. I'm big on using my thumb. Hendrix did it, Wes Montgomery, Chet Atkins, you know, Kenny Burrell, you name it, a ton of amazing guitar players, and it helps you get a certain sound. So this riff is going to use the thumb, and I'm going to start by playing the G note on the 3rd fret with my thumb twice, like this. And then I play the 3rd fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, okay? Just a little 3-note chord there. Pluck those notes and slide it up 2 frets. And then it goes back down. So it's 3, 2, 3, sliding up to 5, 4, 5, and then back down to where you started. Okay? 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Immediately gives me that smoky, you know, I just picture a club, you know, smoky, people are smoking, and, you know, it's late at night and someone's up there playing the blues, you know. So what I'm doing there is sometimes I'll walk a bass line, 1, 2, 3. So just practice that first riff like this. Now I can't really think of another, I mean, a way of doing it without the thumb. If you're not used to playing with the thumb, just start with this example, because it's a huge addition to your playing. And there's certain styles of music, like if you want to play Hendrix, you have to use the thumb. It always is just so awful to see people trying to play Jimi Hendrix without the thumb. And it's like, go on YouTube, go on the internet, check out any video of him, and you'll just see. You know, all that stuff, all these chords. There's no way I could do that and make those sounds without my thumb. You know, people play with bar chords like this. No, Hendrix was all thumb, and the way that he played his chordal style was all thumb, you know, and that freed up his other fingers to play these riffs. There's no way you can get the sound unless you learn this. So when I first started, you know, it's like, oh, your thumb, it feels like it's so hard, and depending upon the guitar, like if you have a classical guitar, the neck's going to be fatter, it's going to be hard to get your thumb over, but this is a Strat. You know, I can do it on a Les Paul, do it on a Tele, and just start working it. And as you do it, like I remember when I was in college, you know, studying music, my teacher showed me chords like this, you know. And I thought, how in the heck is my thumb gonna come over 2 strings? My thumb would be like back here, you know. I'd be like, yeah, sure. Like he'd play this, you know. I'd be like, oh, right, yeah. Like I'm gonna learn that. And then, sure enough, like 6 months later, I'm just like every day trying to go, okay, let me play this chord, let me play this chord, and something goes on in your hand. Next thing you know, you're reaching farther and you're doing these stretches and whatnot. And so, just work with it. Here's your thumb. Back to our example here. Do that 4 times. So that's our G. Now we're going to go up to the 4 chord. G, A, B, C. Is our 4 chord. So there's a few ways you can play this. You could think of a C9 chord, which is 3rd fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 3rd fret, 3rd fret. And then you just slide the top 3 strings. A little triad here, 3, 3, 3 becomes 5, 5, 5, and back down. So sometimes I'll just do that. I'll play the root note like this with my 2nd finger. Then move my 1st finger up a whole step. Back down. And then I just keep coming back to that bass note. Just as filler, you know. D, same thing as C, but 2 frets higher. So that's the idea, and I'm basically just doing that same riff, you know, on all the chords. Another way, if this feels uncomfortable to you, you of course can take the same thing that you're doing here and move it to the 8th fret. Now, for the hotshots out there, you can try this. You can change your fingering to 3rd fret, or 3rd finger, 2nd finger, pinky. Now, this is kind of an awkward fingering, but what happens is now I got a finger free to do this. That's a cool little riff. As opposed to just... Like, look at that. I'm using all 5 of my fingers now because I've got my thumb here and I've got this. Like, I don't know how I would do that without using the thumb, you know. So it's again, I want you to have as many options as possible. So, and I know it's hard, but just keep working with it. All right, well, let's play the whole thing together now. Slow blues in the key of G. 1, 2, 3, 4. To C. Sounds good.